I wanted to share with you this video that was made 3 years ago with my friend Larry Klemm talking about house concerts and how much he loves them. And if anybody out there would like to be the subject of one of my video vignettes or portraits about your history with strings attached, I would love to come do one for you. I think you're going to love it. And right now, everything is closing down in Austin. I have friends that are losing wedding gigs left and right, and I'm always looking for ways that we can creatively continue to make a living even when things shut down. So I wanted to mention, if you're interested in helping us, here are the top ways you can do that. You can come to a Strings in the Woods show outside for 10 people or fewer. And all the dates are listed at stringsattached.org. You could also host a backyard concert or a cul-de-sac concert. And some of the ideas I've had with this are requiring everybody get tested by curative.com. It's free. I did it when I went and visited my dad. That's curative.com. Check it out. It's easy. You usually get results within 24 hours. So maybe you're somebody that has a group of healthy friends that would like to hear and hire us to play your backyard party, and just ensure that everybody gets tested beforehand, and that'll keep the risk level low, especially if we're doing it outside. So that's something to consider. Or doing it in your cul-de-sac and having people drive up in their cars. There are creative ways that we can get through this and that you can help out as a fan of musicians in Austin. The third way is to hire me to write a musical vignette for you. I've done over 20 of these since December 2020, and I'm looking forward to writing one for you. And all you have to do is reach out or make a comment below, and I will do one for you. And they cost as little as $100, and you can do this as a lasting gift to your family or your wife, or to get somebody to marry you. I'll write a piece of music, we'll frame it, you'll have it for the rest of your life to show your children. So there's 3 top ways that you can help musicians enjoy a living still during the pandemic. Number 1, you can hire us to do a house concert. Number 2, you can come to Strings in the Woods. All dates are at stringsattached.org, or you can hire us to write a piece of music for you. So here's that fun video that I was telling you about, featuring Larry Klemm and his art cars, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Come to a show. See you soon.
1999 or 2000, one or the other, we were at the Baltimore's Mayor Parade, which is a equally bizarre event in Baltimore, and there was a car coming down the middle of the street that basically had no body. It was looked like a canoe out of rebar and trees with a giant Ferris wheel of broken mirrors, and the guy was driving it with a primary red tux, primary red hair. And my wife was like, oh my God, it's your medium, cars and art. And I'm a mechanic. I've been a mechanic for ever and ever and ever. So that night in a small restaurant, the guy that was driving that car actually sat down next to me, made me the proposition of, let's do an art car. I'm curating a big event this year in Baltimore. I dropped the ball, but my wife picked it up. And our first car did not run. It was towed to us. They gave us $50 to help decorate it. It was towed back to the show in Baltimore, and we have the hubcaps. That's what we have. I'm Larry Klemm, living here in Austin. We do our best to try and keep Austin interesting, colorful, and alive. This is technically my wife's art car, Holly, and I'm her driver. So we've been doing this since 2001, started in Baltimore, and spent a lot of time in Houston with the huge art car community there, but we're doing our best to bring it here and keep it alive. So I've been attending house concerts for 6-7 years, and had never heard of such a thing before I came to Austin, and fell in love. And it came to me that attending them is great, but hosting them is even better. It's virtually effortless, in my opinion. I moved my kitchen table, I set up some chairs. I don't own the chairs, I get them for 75 cents a piece. We're not talking about a huge investment. And what I get out of it is I put a sign on my door that says, come on in, and most of the people I don't know. And I get to meet people, I get to have a kick-ass party, wonderful music. Most importantly is that all of the money that we collect at our shows goes to the musicians, period. None of the funds are taken by us. It's a way for me to give back to the musicians what they give to this city to me. Because in this city, so much money is made off of the musicians and so little of it trickles down to them. It's another great example of the trickle-down theory that doesn't work. Why are they less valued financially than any other profession? I'll never understand. So it's my way and my wife's way of saying thank you and giving back to the musicians. This is just pure silliness. We tour the country in these. We go from city. There's events all over the country that we don't make money, but we get fed. We get hotel rooms. Sometimes we get gas money, but what we do get is a chance to play and just be ridiculous with a bunch of like-minded clowns. So I've been in Austin living since 2011. I've been coming here for about 10 years before that. My daughter came here to school, and every time I came I thought, man, I'm spending a lot of money for this girl to live my lifestyle, but I was paying for school, so I had to stay where I was. Moved here in 2011. I actually was living in this two-room house right here that my daughter found for me. I had it for 3 months, and luckily there was a 4-bay shop behind it, and I needed a spot to work, and I've been renting a bay from Blaine Zimmer here since then. Unfortunately, in October, all of this property is going away, and so am I. I don't know what's next, but you know. So the biggest thing that drew me here is the music scene in Austin. I've been a music junkie since I was 14 in Chicago, where I lived originally. Coming here, the music is so accessible, affordable, and the musicians, 99% of them don't have an ego about themselves. They're open to conversation. You can sit, you can talk. They perform, and it's in my opinion, they see it as an honor and a privilege.
Oh, nice.
What's hard for me is to see that they have so much passion and dedication to their craft that it's a great place to play, and it's a really hard place to get paid properly. So my wife and I started doing house concerts in our home on the east side. I first met Will and Karen actually at their place. I went out to see Guy Forsythe play, and I was told that they were at capacity. And I asked, are you at a capacity for people to work for you? Which got me right in. So to be there to see them in their home, on their property, perform was just amazingly wonderful. I've seen Will and Karen play countless times. So I've had Will Taylor in my house twice now, and twice it's been magic, pure magic. One of my biggest memories is the first time that he and Karen played was I was sitting maybe 10 feet from Karen, and when she sang, I could feel her voice, and the intimacy, the tenderness, the warmth that you feel and hear and feel from the music in such a small place is beyond description. Now, last week we had Will and Mark Utter and Steven Zirkle play, and unfortunately we had a hell of a rainstorm, small turnout, but the show was spine-tingling, just amazing, beautiful, and everybody that was there was just blown away.
Enjoying the passage of time.
That's all for now, folks. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment. Get on our show update list at stringsattached.org. You can find out about our secret shows in Austin, Texas by texting 512-379-5934. Book us for a house concert at stringsatyourhome.com. You can also commission an original work by texting me at 512-589-8749. Listen and share our music on all digital platforms everywhere. Just look for Will Taylor and Strings Attached. And finally, become a member of the Strings Attached patron community at patreon.com/Will Taylor. Thanks, and we'll